Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some little tips you should know if you're a new military wife or military spouse, I should say. So I don't know that much. Like I've only been with my husband for like 4 going on 5 years. So I'm not like all knowing and stuff, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but I get a lot of questions asked. Like I have some friends that are like new military spouses, and like they would ask me questions and stuff like, oh, what are some tips or advice that you would give me? Know your husband's information, and I mean like his social security number. Yes, his social security number, because you are going to need it like more than you're going to need your own. Well, for anything that you're gonna do on base, like say go to a doctor's visit or something, you're gonna need your spouse's social security number. Anytime that I talk to TRICARE, which is our medical insurance, they do ask for my husband's social. They do not ask for mine. They ask for my birthday, but they don't ask for my social. You need to know your husband's unit, company, whatever. For example, one time my husband, he was in the field and he ended up going to the hospital from the field because he had an allergic reaction to literally the air. He is allergic to, Jesus Christ, like his immune system is like the worst, but I'm just kidding. But anyway, he ended up getting a severe allergic reaction, and they sent him to the hospital, and his phone died on the way to the hospital, so he couldn't keep me updated. I called the FRO, the Family's Readiness Officer. Also know who your Family Readiness Officer is and have their contact information for these cases as well. And he asked me for his company, and he asked me for the company that he was in. I didn't know at the time. I was like, I wouldn't know. I can't tell you. I can tell you his name, but I can't tell you that. I can tell you his rank, but that's it. So, and then he told me like for future, like just know what his company is, like for these types of calls. So that is an example as to why you should know their company and stuff like that. Like it's rare, but it happens, you know. And it's better to know than not know, and then you don't end up getting any information. As messed up as this sounds, don't get your hopes up. Like, I swear, so many times I've gotten my hopes up that that I was going to see him finally, that he was gonna come home, and then it ends up not happening. Like, and it sucks. For example, my husband was set to come home last year, November 10th of 2018. And I was so excited. I even got a homecoming sign all set up and everything. Like I ordered one. I do not make, well, I've made one, but after that I will never make one again because it ended up getting messed up in the rain. Thank you, North Carolina. But anyway, I got a sign. I'll put a picture right here. And it said something in the lines of, I've waited for you this many days. And of course, he didn't end up coming that day. So I was like, their flight got delayed. He told me first, and then our FRO emailed us and told us that their flight was delayed and they were not going to come home until November 13th at 10 a.m. So, well, they don't give you an exact time. They give you a time frame. They give you a time frame of the times that the flight is going to land. So you never know the exact time your husband's going to come home. or your spouse is going to come home, sorry. It was November 13th, and I was getting ready and everything. I was getting the house ready. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make him breakfast. He about to come home to a clean house. I was pregnant as hell. I was like 8 months pregnant, and I was like, he's gonna come home to my pregnant ass, clean house, breakfast cooked, yada yada yada, whatever. And of course he did not come home that day. Their flight got delayed again, but it was only delayed for a couple hours. They told us that he was going to be home between the hours of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. I believe that was the time frame we got. So I ended up being at the what is called the parade deck, which is where I usually go pick him up. I went to go wait over there. It was 2 in the morning, so my sign was already messed up because it was the wrong number of days, and like he ended up coming home at 4 in the morning on November 14th. I was wearing a dress and I was cold, but thankfully I was wearing a little cardigan, as the picture will show. That picture that you guys saw earlier. Yeah, that is an example of not getting your hopes up, because literally every single time, like I think maybe one time he did come home the day he was supposed to, but for us this never happened. Do not get upset if you do not hear from your husband during like a regular work day or when they go out to the field. Sometimes they do not have service, and other times they're so busy they cannot text you all the time. My husband had a friend who their significant other would get so upset because they wouldn't text them all the time, and like, what are you doing? And like, I'm just here to tell you, most likely they are busy. When we first started dating, he was busy all the time, and now he's even more busy as he's a platoon sergeant and stuff like that. So he is extremely busy all the time and doing paperwork, yada yada yada. I've never gotten upset at him for not texting me. Like, the most I'll do is get worried, to be honest. I only get worried if he tells me he's going somewhere and never texts me back if he made it fine. Don't get upset. Like, most likely they're busy all the time. Like, they're probably doing something. You're going to be lonely. When I first got married with my husband, he was stationed in North Carolina, and I moved with him, obviously. And yes, I was lonely. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anyone. Like, the only person I knew obviously was my husband. But then I got a job, and there I made so many friends, and I'm so thankful for them. Like, I love them so much, and I miss them so much every single day. But you are going to be lonely unless you put yourself out there. I am very, very shy. I don't like talking to people, but like, I've gotten the courage to talk to people, and like, I end up making the bestest friends. Like, I'm telling you now, the loneliness does not last. You will make friends. Just put yourself out there, talk to people, go out. You will meet people and stuff. But loneliness, well, being alone gives you time to find yourself and gives you time to, like, you know, enjoy time with yourself. I've had a lot of like alone time, obviously, and I pretty much enjoyed it because I was able to find myself and like learn to love myself, and it was so peaceful. Like, I loved it so much. And that's why I kind of love, like, I don't mind being alone now. You will find people to hang out with and stuff. Not only when you move, but also when your husband leaves for deployment and say he's the only person you know. It's hard, so hard, but trust me, it does get easier. Deployments are so hard. My husband has been on 3 deployments now, and I've been with him through all of them. And they are definitely really hard. I always end up saying like, oh, I'm gonna be strong, I'm going to not cry, and this and that. And as soon as I see those buses pull up to pick him up, like, I start bawling and I start crying, like ugly crying, like boogers in my nose, like snot bubbles, everything. Like, I am crying. And the last one was definitely one of the hardest because I was pregnant and it hit me so hard and I was crying so much. I would say those are some tips and advice that I would give you. If you have any questions of anything military wife related or whatever, or even just mom related, please let me know. I haven't been a mom for that long. As you can see, my son is 7 months old. I haven't been a military wife for that long. Or even if you just have a question about being a wife, like, or a dog mom, or having a dog. Like, I have only had my dog for like 2 years now, and I've only been a wife for 4 years. So I mean, I don't have that much experience, but you know, I can probably give you something, you know, some advice. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel, and please follow me on social media. I will follow you back. I mostly use Instagram and Snapchat at Frickin' Ceci. I do not use Twitter that much, but I do have a Twitter account. Bye guys, have a great day.